Oh, shit. Did I get... Is it good? Yeah, it's good. All right. I got my hotkey for starting. The OBS is the same for a few different programs. So, anyway, what's going on, man? And women, guys, gals, non binary pals, whatever the fuck you call yourselves out there, how the hell are you? It's been a while since I made one of these videos. But we're going to go ahead and actually make a tabletop video for you guys today. I know. It's crazy, right? I'm sorry. Things are fucking crazy over here. And I wish I could make these videos for you guys like every day. I just don't have that kind of time. So there's gameplay and things like that in between. But if you stick around long enough, hopefully I can teach you something good. That's the reason I made this channel. It isn't to get internet famous and clout and all that shit. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I want to make sure you have yourselves a great time doing something you love. That's what it's all about. And so today's video is going to be on changes, little small changes that you can make as a dungeon master or equivalent in your game setting. So, I'm a forever DM. If you don't know what that is and you're somehow new and this is the channel that you happen to find randomly, which would be awesome, I appreciate that somehow if you found your way down the totem pole to where I'm at. Thumbs up for you guys, man. I appreciate every single one of you. But there's a few things you can do if you want to make your game that much better with not much work. I'm all about trying to help you guys out as quickly as I can. Sometimes my points take a long time to get to, but usually I feel like they're pretty decent points. As I gotta check the audio level to make sure it's even on and capturing my voice, because then I'll sound like a jackass just talking to nobody and the audio level's fine. Okay, there we go. So there's a few things you can do. I wrote some notes and things like that. I actually found them. I wrote them like a year ago. This is a video I was going to make for you guys a long time ago. I wrote a few things down and then I just expanded on it last night. And then I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make that video for you now. I'm not even going to look at the notes. I'm just going to look at you guys, because if I look this way, you know, then it's just like it's like a side view of me, which is, I guess, is fine. I like to, look at you guys and, address you directly, as if you were in the room with me, not as if I'm some dude who's on YouTube fucking talking. That's the way I've always done things. But, so I'll go ahead and I'll pop it up. That's fine. I already know what it all says, but I'll pop it up. So some small changes you can make. And you can read it real quick if you want, but I'll go ahead and get rid of it now. And then just come over here and talk to you guys with my Game Boy shirt. Not a boy anymore, game old man. Game old man. You're a big game old man, aren't you? Alright, so enough fucking around. Some things that you can do. Oh, I gotta take that. Yeah, I'm a professional. Things that you can do to make your world come alive. Typically in games, usually in older games, computer games or whatever console you choose, shops are open all the time, or certain NPCs are always found in the same place. That's not realistic. And we know that magic and dragons and things aren't realistic. We understand that that's all completely game mechanics and, just everything that nonfiction that's out there, fantasy wise. Anyway. But you also still want to have a few things in your game that are plausible, that are realistic, because you want to make the game, you want to breathe life into it. Anybody can make a setting. Really, anybody can make a setting. Some generic things here and there and whatever, and just rip the story off of Zelda or Final Fantasy or what have you and call it a day. Anybody could do that. But there's a few things you could do to differentiate yourself from others. So here they are. NPCs have day and night cycles, first off. Your NPCs, say, a shop owner at the convenience, just the convenience store, whatever you want to call it. The general goods store, depending on what era your setting is, what you call it. At daytime, there should be different workers than nighttime. The workers from the daytime should have a house or a hobby or go to the inn or tavern or whatever you want to call it for a nightcap, for a drink, or go sing karaoke or whatever, whatever. But they should have other things that they do. They don't exist solely to serve you or your party whenever you're there. They don't, it's not like they don't sleep and things like that. They have maybe a wife and kids, or a husband and kids, and maybe a sick mother or something like that. So you send them off to do other things, and the party may encounter them, or they should, ideally, occasionally. You don't want to force it on absolutely every NPC ever that's in your campaign, but certain ones that you notice your party may like, have them reoccur by walking through the town or walking through the garden, or talking on the street with other NPCs, discussing issues. Some of those issues that they could discuss, though, is from far away places, maybe places you haven't actually made yet, and you can gauge your parties, or the players, the party, however you want to say it, their interactions with the ideas that you give. Sometimes not all your ideas are going to hit, but if you listen, a lot of them will. And you can give gossip and things like that for events that the party is not going to witness, right? So you don't even have to plan it. You don't have to plan out these crazy events and these crazy battles if you don't want to. A few are fine, but the other majority of the stuff should take place off camera. People talk about it, and then maybe it gets the party's interest or what have you, and then they go explore on that, and then that's going to key you in on what you need to make for the next few sessions. Ideally, I like to make things that are going to last 2 or 3 sessions, just because of how busy I am. If I had all the free time in the world and I got paid for this and the channel and everything was fine, I would do nothing but provide you guys content. It would be my honor completely to do that. But I can't. That's just real life, I have to DoorDash, and I gotta dash as much as I possibly can to survive, to have basically a meal a day, So I don't really have time all the time to spend weeks or months on maps and tons of hours on prep. Another thing you can do is those NPCs and things that I was just talking about. You can have them travel the road. If the party's leaving the town, you should have guards and caravans, traveling merchants, highwaymen, brigands, robbers, destitute folks, people who need help, maybe religious folks that are going off to spread off their religion as missionaries or whatever you wish to call them. And ideally, these folks are more thick, closer to the city, and they're sparse. There's less of them as you escape the city into the wilderness, or the path gets further away from the settlement. The larger the settlement, the more people should be likely leaving that or entering into that city. So you should always have types of crowds or beggars or little shop stalls maybe set outside, things like that. For bigger cities, as folks are waiting to get ushered into the city, because it's a lengthy process, ideally, or according to how you do it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm just giving you recommendations based on how I do it, how I've experienced it, and how things that I know that work or things that I know didn't work for quite a few people. So it's reasonable to assume they're not going to work for a good deal of other people. And so I try to give you the gold, I try to toss out the garbage, and that's what we try to do. I'm just kind of long-winded sometimes, and it takes me a bit to get to my point. That's one of my downfalls. I really admit that. But that's because I don't really like to go from my notes, because I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to go from basically a teleprompter and give you a canned message, because I really don't know what the hell I'm going to say next. And I like that. And I think some people like that. I know it's not for everybody. I get it. I respect it. I watch both types of videos. I'm good. So whatever you choose, and it's good. But I'm telling you, if you want to make your cities, if you want to make your world pop, you want to add things in. You want to add events from other places. You want to add people that travel around. Another thing you want to do is have guards patrolling, territories. You can have lumberjacks and things like that out in the wilderness, clearing paths. You can have engineers and things like that, making paths to new cities. Another thing you might want to have are trading posts. Trading posts are just simply small outposts or settlements that are located out somewhere about. And ideally, not in a completely off the wall, out of the way place, although you can have those, and those can be very interesting. But most of them are going to ideally be at a crossroads. Crossroads are simply roads that intersect from multiple cities at one location. Think of a four-way stop at a stop sign. So you're there at the stop sign at the intersection, you're all meeting, you decide that you want to open up a tavern together. Do it. You guys have a tavern. People start coming to the tavern. And then maybe you start having religious locations to pray. Market stalls start popping up as vendors stop from their weary travels themselves and decide, hey, this is a premier location for us to set up. There's a lot of people that travel through this intersection. And so if I stand in the center of that intersection with items that most people who go to that intersection are going to want, that's how you grow your outpost. And your outpost can give you rumors and everything like that. You can fund your whole campaign basically off of outposts if you want to. It depends on, the sky's the limit. The time is the limit for me. And I suspect for a lot of you too. I'm not in any way a unique situation where, oh God, I just want to be creative, but I can't because I have to fucking work and do soul crushing activities. That's just part of being an adult. Unfortunately, I want to sit home and, paint minis and things. And I can't even afford to paint if I don't go to work, right? So that doesn't quite work out. So if you have the outpost set up, but you can have your party go through those outposts, maybe they could find items that they wouldn't be able to find other places. And maybe that's what makes that outpost famous. So that outpost grows and grows. And we're going to have a next video I make for you guys that's based on tabletop. I believe I'll probably make one on settlements because I love settlements. I absolutely love city building. Absolutely. It's one of the best parts of the game because everything is funded from your city. We'll get into that more later on. That'll be one of the future videos. Probably the next one. As I said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to make it because my time is short. But I do promise you it will get made. And it will be the next one. It might be, give me 3 or 4 days and we'll see what happens. I have a session tomorrow and I don't have nothing made. I don't have the map, don't have any NPCs, don't have custom enemies or the loot or anything like that. I don't have nothing. And so I wanted to make this video perhaps as a way to procrastinate to make all the stuff I need to make. But I think I owed you guys quite a few videos. I've been gone for a while. My desktop computer's busted up. I'm on a laptop that can't handle the workload that I need to do. I don't have any other recourse but to freaking make these videos less frequent for right now. Once the desktop's fixed up, you know that I'll pay you back in a good way in the future for some more content. So if you enjoy this type of presentation, you enjoy my style, you enjoy what I give you, hit that subscribe button. You know what to do. All right. Let me go ahead and look if I had any more I don't know. Let me see. See, trading posts, the merchants, events happening other places, NPCs having jobs, small changes that make your world come alive. Oh, and then here's even the one where I was going to do the settlement hierarchy. So that's what we're doing in the next video. I just happened to find these random notes on this laptop that I really only used for about a week once I bought it, and then COVID happened. I got the laptop for in-person D&D campaign. That never happened, unfortunately. For whatever reason, was sabotaged. I actually have a video very early on in my channel explaining that whole situation if you want to go find it. Um, it's rather interesting, and I would like people's comments on it. I made it rather early into the channel, so I only had like 9, 10 followers back then. And so, but if you have a video or a topic that you wish for me to cover, even if it's not tabletop, let me know in the comments section. Any comment section will do, because I check them all. And I try to respond to everybody, because I view you all as my actual friends and not just some random people that, I may not even seen online or anything like that. Um, I understand there's a lot of introverts and there's people who don't wish to talk, and it's, but by you talking, it helps me relax and talk more, because I still get nervous making these videos. I still wonder if people even care what I'm saying. I have all those type of concerns too. I want to make sure I'm covering content that you wish to watch and maybe recommend to other people, because I really don't promote my stuff. I know I should, but I don't know. It just like feels kind of preachy or baggy to me. And I know you have to grow your channel to the lengths you need it to grow. But, I'm looking for other people who have channels as well to watch their stuff. So if you have a channel, go ahead and put it in the comments section, and I'll come by and check it out. I'll give you a subscribe. I'll check it out. If I like your vibe, I'll stay. If I don't, I'm sorry. I'll be going, because I need to go check out other channels. But I want to be friends with a lot of you. And if a lot of you want to join my campaigns, you sure can in the future. You just got to let me know in the comments section, and I'll put you in a slot when there is one. And if there isn't enough for actual full-blown campaigns, you might be able to join my one-shot, which isn't a one-shot. It isn't actually one session. My one-shots are about 8 to 12 sessions. I call those my one-shots, because I don't ever do just one session as a DM. I don't believe that is fun. It can be fun, but I believe that you want more of a story, more of a role play. It'll be like little situations instead of a one shot where you take care of a single quest. It'll be like a little group of situations, in 8 to 12 sessions. And if that's something that you're into, that's something that sounds like it'd be fun for you, and you want to try out Resnium when it's ready to go, before it's ready to go, but when I'm refining it, when I have all the stuff down and I start to refine it, if you want to help in that refining process, let me know in the comments section and I'll get you in. We're looking to do probably 6 to 8 people maybe, but maybe for those little 8 to 12 session groups, we'll probably do 4 or 5 people, because I want to give everybody their turns. And I must kick my laptop off my desktop tower. But yeah, that's everything I got for you guys today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you watch the whole thing, I want you to subscribe, because I love watching the entire videos of everybody that I watch. I don't know if I've ever ended a video early. And most often when I watch a video, I watch the whole thing and go into another video from that same person. So if you do that, salute to you. I appreciate you. There's a lot of us content creators out there appreciate what you do. So thank you for your attention spans. In the world ain't more. That's a rare thing. So I appreciate you all. Even if you just watch the video for 20, 30 seconds and you decide, hey, I don't think I like this guy. I don't think I like the fact that he has gray hair, or I don't like his age. I don't like his beard. I don't like the fact that he's missing a few teeth because he beat the shit out of a rapist. Whatever the case may be. I appreciate you all for coming on by. And I hope you come by again. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. And I hope to see you often. And why? There we go. Stop. Hammer time.